Hello there, everybody. This is me, No Name Moment 7 Spore, and I am back with World of War's 2 is Great Britain, where we learn what happens when you restrict your ships to only one caliber of gun each. We are currently in a situation. Well, we're currently in a peacetime situation. Our monthly balance is actually good. I'm gonna put a little bit more spying back into France. I had it there before because they're kind of a primary target right now. There's stuff from France I can take. Um, I guess Japan's a potential target too. A Japanese war could be fun, so I'll put a little bit into France. No, I'll leave the Japanese spying out, but we do have some monthly balance. In terms of situation, our dockyards are close to expanding. I think I might hold the dockyards at, 56,000 for a little bit. I mean, it's 1919. I'm not necessarily gonna need more. And yeah, we're in a situation where we are building stuff up. So right now, what's going on is, or right now, our monetary situation is we're spending a lot on these two battle cruisers, Illustrious and Inflexible. Uh, you know, but those are going to complete soon. However, we are going to be building Inconstant relatively soon as well. Let me actually bring something up here. List of cruiser classes on there we go. I want to just have that up on the other monitor. So yeah, Inconstance will be following the two Illustrious. I want two Inconstance because, we need more battle cruisers. Simply put, oh god, these are gonna get obsolete soon. So we're gonna have a big rotation of ships on foreign station, which is going to be very annoying. These ones are all refitted. I feel like the Oaks and Fortunes I should consider refitting. 1911, 1912. In terms of like the actual mainline battle fleet, 1913 is starting to get a little close. Okay, so we do have a little bit of money remaining. I actually probably want to spend that on getting newer destroyers. I mean, right now we have a lot of funds going into these four CLs. We have a lot going into the um, your uh, your how do I say it? Yalis? Yalis, yes. A lot going into your Alice. We have a lot going into the refit to Abukir. And we have a lot into all these light cruisers as well. So we got the Adventure class as well as the Peak class, because the Peak class is going to be capable of 31 knots. One thing I'm trying to think about with the Peak class is if we are rebuilding these. Um, I mean, they do have some spare weight, but not a lot. Like 31 knots makes these things really good, and yeah. But because of that speed boost, I'm not gonna want to like refit their machinery in the future. So I think the Peak class is good now, but it's not gonna continue to be good if that makes sense. I am happy though that we are getting the CVLs. So the last two ships I wanted to refit into CVLs were Camperdown and Empress of India. I also do want to keep carrier production going. So we have a little bit of money right now. I think what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to build air bases. Maybe only two. Let's actually check where would be a good spot for an airbase. Um, okay, so if we think that there's a good chance that France is going to be a primary target, um, Portsmouth is probably a really good idea. Harwick and Hmm, I'm gonna say Grimsby. I say we get a third one at Grimsby. So we kind of do this. And this will probably be something where I just work on them gradually. I know there's a lot of fights around Grimsby. Harwick and Portsmouth are kind of like helping to guard the channel. Um, yeah. After that, like there's gonna be some in Mediterranean. You know, definitely bases which have colonies by them or where I'm expecting battles to happen. So like Port of Spain might be a strong place to build one right now. I could consider Gibraltar and Malta definitely. That would be a good place. Um, Here would be a good place. Maybe something here. Definitely like Hong Kong, Rangoon, Kota Baru. And then yeah, I'd build them here like Port Arthur, Tsingtao, and Korsakov would all be really good air bases. Maybe like Henderson Field and Suva as well if I really want to. Anyway, I think that is good for this turn. Um, I'll try it. Okay, so Germany now has Java. That is a another potential target to go after. Um, I don't really care too much if I lose those events, because, you know, that gives me a future target to try to take. New docks completed. We finished our airbase construction. I will sell that to Italy. Hello, inconstant. Build me one. Oh, Italy's concerned about our expansion. Italy, you're not the one who should be concerned. The threat is France. I want to be able to base more stuff here. Although, I mean, you know, you being here also helps. But yeah, that was Egypt and Gibraltar. Primarily Gibraltar. And of course, you know, Japan is concerned because I'm like, oh yeah, no, let's expand the Laotung Peninsula and Kyachu Bay. So that, you know, if we need to fight there, we can. I'm gonna put a little bit of spying into France. Illustrious and Inflexible should complete here, as well as those two mine-laying subs. Ooh, close mastering purpose-built aircraft carrier. Oh fuck! That came out of nowhere. High spying on Japan. High spying on Japan. Um. All right, so Inconstant is laid down. I I think we take this threat seriously. I think we consider a possibility of war with Japan. Okay, so if we are going to war with Japan, so Formosa is very much a possibility. So here at Hong Kong, I would want to build an airbase. Now at Tsingtao, I would also like to build an airbase. Not improve, build fortification, airbase at Tsingtao. Airbase at the Laotung Peninsula, get both Port Arthur and Dalney. I assume these guys already have like airship bases, right? States, Laotung Peninsula. Okay, we do have one there. And then get an airbase here at Korsakov. Now the good thing is, Japan. Actually, you know what? Let's check. What situation is Japan in right now? They have 6 and 6. We have 11 and 6 with one building. So we have an advantage. They have a sub advantage, which is annoying. Their light forces are very weak. Oh God, their light forces are weak. Um, they do have a torpedo bomber, which is concerning. Our torpedo bomber request is currently in progress. So, we are going to need to get a fleet just heading over there. Now, one issue is I don't really like these older cruisers like the King Alfred and the Royal Oaks. They desperately need an engine rebuild. So I think rather than laying down another inconstant class battle cruiser, the goal is going to be a major rebuild on these ships. On the other hand, hmm, I don't know. It's very difficult to actually get what I want on this, it seems. Like, I want a 27 knot cruiser, but there's just not enough weight remaining to make it work. Because, you know, we need... Yeah, there's not enough weight remaining to do this yet. Is it more justifiable on a Royal Oak? Well, I mean, these would be aiming for, like, 28 knots. Which it can do. I think it is more justifiable on a Royal Oak, actually, looking at this. This is a massive and expensive rebuild on Royal Oak, but, like, you know, we're gonna get a good ship out of it. On the other hand, I probably would want to keep the Royal Oaks around longer than the King Alfreds. Um, but, you know, part of me is like having a good CA could be helpful in this war, and then part of me is looking at, like, Japan's fleet, and, like, what do they have? What do they have that's actually threatening? They have, like, one CA, you know, and this would get me a good CA. I don't think it's worth the expense. Not right now. Not with where our technology currently is. Okay, so we need carriers right now. That's what we need. That's what we need right now. We need carriers. So what I am going to do is I am going to rebuild one of the camper downs into a CVL. Flight deck. I don't know how many planes I can get on here. I can get about 19. With no anti-aircraft guns. Only 25 knots of speed. Wait, no, hold on. Classify as a CVL. Oh, it decreased. So I get an air capacity of 19 on the camper down with nothing else. And that was like, I think, actually no, let's check how much it is. Place machinery, oil firing, 25 knots, clear the torpedo mounts, clear the main turrets, flight deck. Yeah, air capacity of 19-ish. And that would cost me 31,000. Now let's say I build this, that is 33,000. That 33,000 on this CVL gets me an extra knot of speed, an extra aircraft, and better defenses. I just want to like real quickly check if the Benbow refit's also like that bad. If Benbow is like 17. Alright, yeah, these ships are like entirely useless. They're gone. They're gone. Remaining Benbow, remaining camper downs, gone. No point in keeping them around. Andromedas are just better for the rebuild. 21 knot cruisers and 22 knot cruisers significantly better for the rebuild. So, I think what's going to happen is I'm going to send one of the Andromedas, probably in this case Cressy, in for a CVL rebuild. And that should hopefully get me another CVL out. Um, Euralis is getting close to service, which is good. I'm gonna start. Part of me wants. I want to do training. Do I want to do like training here? I'm gonna turn on float plane search priority. Do I want to put on gunnery training? It is an increase in maintenance. Significant increase in maintenance costs. I'm not sure I have overwhelming odds. Like, I definitely have overwhelming light forces odds, but in terms of, like, the heavy forces, do I have enough? Especially given, that region. Ships aren't that great. Definitely be overall at an advantage. I think I gotta do it. I think I gotta do it. And the reason I gotta do it is that this is gonna be a war more in the colonies rather than elsewhere. Now the good news is, Euralis is 1 turn away from completion. Estrella is 2 turns away from being able to be rebuilt into a carrier. Cressy is going to take 19 months for her conversion, so that's gonna be a bit. Thankfully, Estrella shouldn't take quite as long to complete hers. I'm not going to be laying down another inconstant. What's going to happen? Those guys are going to work up. Fleet's getting activated. So the Barflewers can't move, which means that they're going to be kept in. Actually, I think the Barflewers are just going to be. You know what? Jupiter will be activated just to provide some guard of the home region, but other than that, the Barflewers are going to be mothballed. I don't think that there's any point in sending the King Alfreds or Royal Oaks right now. Um, they're just too up. Well, I mean, okay, you know what? What CA do they have? An old 21 knot CA. I think the Royal Oaks will be activated. You know what? No, I think they will. I think I am just gonna send them down there. The other ones will be held back. The Andromedas and Europas for potential conversions. Um, Now, in terms of the light cruisers, those should definitely all be activated. All the 28 knotters, everything else will be held in the reserve fleet. I do think that just in case I need her, I will refit Spartan. Just give Spartan like a quick refit like this. And actually, it's probably smart for me to try to get some anti-aircraft guns on ships, especially especially the ones which had refits earlier. Like Lion could do well with A light anti-aircraft armament. Okay, that's what I could cut off a director. I think that's why I had multiple extra directors. Just as like extra mass I can cut off if I need to. So, yeah, she'll just get some bunch of light anti-aircraft guns. Do not reclassify her as a BB. Send her in for a rebuild. Actually, I think I will want to send the Orions in for a rebuild too. Alright, that's how much I can get. Alright, Orions are going in. Um, I think these need a refit. No. Everything else I can. I want all of you to just start moving to Southeast Asia. Although, you guys actually go to Mothball and cancel the movement. No. Yeah, okay, there we go. Yeah. Ordered move canceled. We are having, a bit of a colonial crisis here. Move ship to Southeast Asia. You all move to Southeast Asia. Okay, so in terms of the Phoebe class, I think Naiad's gonna get sent. You're all gonna move to Southeast Asia. The rest of you in Mothball are going to be moved to the reserve fleet. And just work up a bit. In terms of destroyers, so these guys actually need to go back to the Mediterranean. Just cycle these out. You guys need to go back to Northern Europe. And I think all the destroyers just need to be activated. I will want to leave behind some force in Northern Europe, but that's probably going to be some of the 900 tonners, so I think what I'll do is I'll leave the Foresters in Northern Europe, and the rest of these are just going to go down to Southeast Asia. Um, these guys are minesweepers, so I'm going to actually move them down there as well. I want to improve Hong Kong. I want to improve India. Ceylon doesn't have much base capacity. What here has the most base capacity? That has almost nothing. That has almost nothing. That has almost nothing. That has almost nothing. So the idea is that with the war with Japan, I'm probably going to be largely operating in Southeast and Northeast Asia. Singapore has a lot of base capacity. Okay, so we're expanding those. I want to improve Kyoto. I want to improve... I want to improve all these. It is going to cost a lot of money to get this going. Unfortunately. Now, the good news is, even though we are spending a lot of money, in one turn, we get a carrier. And that's currently, like, 1,800 down the drain. We're probably going to get maybe like 16, 1,500 of that back. Next turn, we get, this. It immediately has to be put in another refit, but that's going to be, another similar amount back. So in short, we're going to get a lot of this money back fairly quickly. If I need to halt something, it would probably be in constant. Alright, next turn. Expected. Fully fucking expected. Alright, so they are invading Sakhalin. I cannot do much to resist that right now. It is fully possible that Sakhalin falls. Actually, looking at the situation in Northern Europe, I think everything's got to be activated. Alright. You guys, trade protection. Yeah, you guys stay where you are. Everything's currently transiting. What is most relevant to build right now to actually being able to win this war? I think that's the question. So air groups, add air unit. So we're gonna add some flying boats here, or not flying boats, fighters. Actually, no, hold on, let me better way to do this, I think. Manage air group. Oh wait, no, that's the same thing. What is your spot value? Your spot value is 12, so we would want... Honestly, we'd probably want, like, okay, I'm just gonna do, like, a group of 8 fighters. Copy air group. Paste it there. And I kind of want to check, what's the spot value on, Audacity? I'm gonna get research up. Okay, I'm gonna increase that to high. We're hitting a pretty good point with the naval guns. I'm gonna decrease that to medium. ASW technology, I think, needs to be high right now, given that Japan just has a lot of subs. That can probably go down to medium. That can probably go down to medium at... we're going to be reliant on that a little more, so I'll keep that at high. That'll be high. Yeah, I think I'll prioritize amphibious operations a little more right now. Ship design, we're able to leave on medium. Turrets and gun mountings, I think I'll keep that on medium for now. Like, fire control, I definitely want. Like, fire control's in a fairly good spot. Okay. So, I think we start to try to produce more destroyers right now. And more sub-hunters. Or more, like, minesweepers, maybe even some mine layers. I mean, the idea... I think what the idea is going to have to be is we're going to have to try to win a major battle against Japan and then blockade them into submission. Now, Sakhalin is the best of the bases they could have invaded of the ones they could have surprise attacked, because that reduces my base capacity the least. Any of the other ones would have been way more concerning. On the other hand, I don't like these tensions being as high. The good news is, though, the US and Italy are on our side. we are now, you know, this is fine. So these are very much minesweepers. Oh wait, we can get like increased depth charge storage on these now. Can I do that on destroyers? I can. All right, so we have a couple thoughts. One is that we just, no, I think we just build something derived from the defenders. Ooh, okay, I cannot get away with that. Mm. Oh, man. If I do this, the development time's just too long. So I can only get that 100 ton displacement increase, which means I think I'm gonna put the engine priority back to speed. And develop that as the Lance class, which hopefully, I'll be able to get those in service relatively quickly. Um, yeah. I mean, largely the main thing I need is that torpedo bomber to complete. Because apparently Japan has torpedo bombers and I don't. Okay. So I think right now what's down there is like Comus class and Dependence class ships, which just are not going to be enough to really defend much. But, stuff's going down. These remaining alarms should probably be on trade protection as well. So that gives me a lot of stuff. So I'm gonna put my subs on fleet support. I don't want to piss off any other nations, and I want to damage Japan as much as possible. Anyway, I think that's it for this episode. It's been me, Nona117 Spore with Rule the Waves 2. I don't really have much else I want to do right now. I guess I'll activate the Cambrians in Northern Europe just so that we have some light cruisers over there. But yeah, thank you for watching. I will see you next time. Links to my Discord, Twitch, and Twitter are down below if you're interested in any of those things. Next episode, we will see what this war with Japan has in for us. So yeah, bye! I did a little one there.